Welcome to the 60 Plus Podcast.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am energized.
I
think
have you had like extra coffee this
No,
morning?
not yet. I started my day off right.
Okay.
And it occurred to me as I was on my bike, I was like, we should talk about this on the podcast. How to start the day
Talk
off
about
right.
you on your bike?
No. I asked you to come over pretty early today because I have sort of jam-packed day.
You asked me to come to the studio early?
Yeah. And I know what you're like in the morning, and I just made me think we should do
What am I like in the morning? Wait a minute. No, we can't just gloss over that.
I don't know what you're like first thing in the morning, okay? I'd have to ask somebody else about that.
Okay.
But I do know sometimes it's a little tough for you to get started.
It is. I'm a slow to get started person.
And a lot of people are.
Always have been.
And what's funny is on the Real Talk episodes, a lot of times when you ask the question, you're fill in the blank, you're 60 plus when most people say when you try to get out of bed, right? So I thought it would be fun.
I was 60 plus when I was 20 plus. So
I thought it would be fun to do an episode about like what are the best habits or the healthiest ways to start the day at our age.
Am I going to have to think about things in the morning?
Well, no, it's just adding these little minor habits that are actually lead to really good health, right?
Okay.
Which we like to focus on a little bit here as part of our many things that we focus on.
Health?
Mm-hmm. So
there was... Funny word, health.
Okay, Joe, we have to stay focused now.
Shiny object.
But if you kind of think about this more about too, when you go to bed and waking up. So that's part of what happens when you wake up. Like, did you go to bed at a decent time? I read actually that most of the healing, that's because your body heals when you sleep at night, is done before midnight. So if you go to like it peaks at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to bed at midnight, you're sort of missing that first part of the bell curve, if you will, of all that healing that's happening. So that's an interesting thing to think about because
it is. I'd like to see the research on that because how does your body know it's midnight?
Well, because of circadian rhythms and whatnot. We have a biological clock in our bodies.
Right, but with changing sunsets and sunrises.
Well, that's one of the reasons too why they think daylight savings time is not a good thing. But anyway, just take the point that, this is on your typical day. How do you start your day? What are some of the habits that they suggest that lead to better health?
Okay.
And we're going to go over those. And there were 3 categories that I came across. Of course, there's many tips underneath each one of those. And the first one was rise gently and hydrate. Okay, which I know is a challenge for a lot of people, but these are just really quick little tips, right? One of them, they say stretch in bed before you even get up. Like take a moment to breathe deeply, do some ankle rolls, do some leg stretches to wake up your nervous system. So staying in bed for a few seconds actually helps you to wake up naturally and reduces stress. So instead of just like trying to hop out of bed or worse, like laying in bed for a long, long time, that's not supposed to be a healthy thing to do.
What are you supposed to do in bed? I mean,
once you wake up, Joe.
Oh.
Okay, now you're being very difficult here. I don't know why.
Have you met me? Hitting the snooze button 2 or 3 or 5 times is probably not
turning on the TV and watching,
No, I don't do that.
Hours of news while you're laying in the bed is probably not a great thing. But they also suggest hydrating before you caffeinate. And this I've heard before.
I have too.
After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body's dehydrated, right? So the water is required to improve circulation. And by the way, those natural movements reduces stress. So we're trying to tie this to why you would bother doing this. So that light movement in bed, the deep breathing will actually reduce stress, which is great. So hydrate before you caffeinate is, to rehydrate your body. Drink a few sips upon waking, and that helps to replace water lost overnight. supports circulation and physical performance. Good things.
Sure. Before you hydrate, I think there's a good tip that I came across.
You eat before you hydrate?
No, before you hydrate, I have a tip that you would do before you hydrate.
Oh, okay. Please explain.
Wake up at the same time every day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That kind of gets back to going to bed at the same time every day, too.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
You want to get that.
roughly the same time.
Yeah. Because you want to you got to get back into it. You want to try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
I was
right?
telling you the other night, I was editing the last podcast, the last episode, and I was having some technical issues, and I didn't get to bed until after midnight, which
After midnight.
is a rare occasion now. It used to be pretty regular for me to go to bed after midnight. I was good for nothing the next day.
Yeah.
It really, like,
Well, and maybe that gets back to that point. It's that those couple hours before midnight are really important hours.
well, I got up at the same time, so I had less sleep.
Yes, you had
That
less
was the
sleep.
challenge.
Yeah. Another tip for the first thing in this category is let in natural light. Open the blinds, expose yourself to natural light. That helps regulate circadian rhythms and improves your mood. I've also heard if you can get outside
hmm
the first half hour, get that natural light, natural air, that's really great too. So
Lately, I've been having my coffee outside
that's wonderful.
a number of times, not every day, but 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Yeah, I love that.
And I kind of resisted at first, but I kind of like it now.
Yeah, it's good. And I tend to step out like literally once I get out of bed, which is pretty quickly, although now I'm going to add this stretching stuff. Then I open up the blinds, but then I go out on my deck
hmm
and I kind of do stretch a little bit, take in the air, try to figure out what I need to wear to go to go exercise. And then
It's a big
hopefully I
decision.
don't get locked out. So
Wait a
that's
minute. You get locked out
I did once when it was
on
like
your second floor deck?
yes, when it was like 20 degrees out.
Uh-huh.
That was not a fun thing, let me tell
It
you.
was funny, though.
Well, it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then.
You probably thought you were going to freeze to death.
I
And
did
yeah,
actually. I
and
thought
how did I
I was
know
like,
this?
I wonder how long hypothermia is going to take to set in. Oh my goodness. I did solve that problem though. So that's good. These are all easy things to do, right?
Sure.
Little minor things that you can add that make a big difference. So that's a great thing.
All right. So the hydrate before you caffeinate thing,
Mm-hmm.
I can't get on board with that. I just can't.
Well, you're not a good hydrator to
I'm
begin
not a
with.
good hydrator. One way or another, I get my 8 ounces a day.
No, you're supposed to get way more than that. Way more.
No, coffee is
No,
the
your
first
body is
thing.
made up of like, what is it, like 80% water or something like that? I mean, it's a lot of water in there.
I think it's less than 80%.
Well, whatever it is, it's a lot. And you need it to, especially at our age, right? Because everything depends upon hydration, joint health and all that good stuff.
hmm
So, gentle movement and mobility is the second category.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to add to this or am I going through all of this and you're
Well,
just making silly comments all
I
along?
am just silly comments. That's what I'm doing today. Uh, what I came up with, it says stretching, a short walk,
Mm
balance exercises,
hmm. Mm hmm.
Tai Chi.
Mm hmm.
When I was commuting into Boston for work, I would walk through a park to get to my office, and there would be a whole crowd of people
Mm
doing
hmm.
Tai Chi. It was early in the morning.
Yeah.
It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Right.
Not that 8 o'clock is that early, but they were out in the park
Mm
doing
hmm.
Tai Chi,
Right.
and then any kind of light strength exercises.
Yeah. Again, doesn't have to be that choreographed or formal. So when they say gentle movement and mobility, 10 to 15 minutes. That's not a long time. So you can do seated or standing core activation. So working the core, and then they talk about calf and balance work. Now we
We
know,
just talked about calves.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had that episode about the
What was it?
four
Grip, calf.
glutes, 10 to 15 minutes of, your stretching, refer to those 4 muscle groups that we covered in a previous episode recently that indicates health span type of thing. And the other category was about diet, right? a high protein breakfast.
Ah, yes.
So muscle mass becomes harder to maintain.
Think about historically when we were younger, what you would have for breakfast. It wasn't protein.
No, well, sometime when I was in high school, I'd have a cup of coffee and go to go
Yeah,
to school and not
yeah.
even eat.
When I was a kid, French toast every morning. It
Mm,
did have eggs, but
right,
it was primarily carbs.
right.
One of my favorite breakfasts, bagel with cream cheese,
Yeah,
mostly carbs.
right.
Um,
So it requires some changes, right?
it
Because
does.
they're suggesting, because it's harder for us to keep muscle mass, consuming 25 to 30 grams of protein early in the day, that will help preserve muscle and regulate blood sugar, which is also another good thing.
So some good things to have.
Mm-hmm.
Eggs. Geez, it's like eggs are good for you. They're not good for you. They're good for you. They're not.
I think eggs are good for you, especially given which kind you get,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
Pasture raised, organic
Mm-hmm.
are supposed to be the best. Or I don't know, the local farm, I tell you,
I
I
get
think
local eggs as much as I
they're
can.
really good. But the suggestion here is to combine lean protein, like eggs, with whole grains and healthy fats. Avocado toast on whole grain toast is great. I
No
always add,
protein there, though.
but I add an egg on top.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Some other suggestions are Greek yogurt,
Yes, which I love.
cottage cheese.
Ugh. Okay, you don't have to make that noise, Joe.
No,
Oatmeal
I have
top,
to make that noise after talking.
oatmeal topped with berries and
Sure.
nuts.
Yep. That's a favorite of mine.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So
Or a protein smoothie.
yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. I think that's easy enough to do. There's different theories about when to eat, and I think that that's also important. Like, I heard one time that you should eat like 45 minutes into the day because you want to get your metabolism going and you don't want your body to think, oh, I'm hungry here, I'm starving, and then shut your metabolism down.
Mm.
But then you hear about intermittent fasting, and there's different theories about that. And
Well, the thing about intermittent fasting too is the evening before. So
right.
if you're eating at 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
okay, that's not going to work in the morning.
Right. So you're
So
better off not eating at night.
at night,
Hmm.
which is a challenge for me.
But if you're going to bed early,
I
it
do
makes
like
it a little bit easier.
it does. Sometimes I just say, well, if I don't go to bed, I'll have something to eat. So then
Right.
I have something to eat and go to bed.
Yeah. So the other thing that's suggested
Are you
here,
even listening to me?
well, I kind of shut down a little bit with all your silliness. So yeah, I'm listening to you, Joe, with one ear, and it's going out the other.
It's not meeting a lot of resistance in between.
Ha 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 ha. You can see daylight.
All right. So what else?
Morning sunshine.
We talked about getting outside and
Yeah.
getting morning light.
Why does it matter?
Helps regulate your circadian
Yes,
rhythm.
so you were listening. And also it
I
helps
didn't say I wasn't listening. I said you weren't listening.
and it also helps for better sleep at night. And that's important because I know a lot of people who struggle with that.
Not me.
No, I
Mm.
generally don't. Occasionally I will
I have the
wait.
opposite problem.
Open your blinds, sit near a sunny window, take a brisk 10 to 15-minute walk around your neighborhood. These are all really good ways to get that natural light. So, this is basically a 4-step morning protocol. So, what is it, Joe? Let's see.
Well, I've got other steps.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, good. Okay, well, bring it on.
Spend 5 minutes training your brain.
Oh, yes.
So you can do a crossword puzzle. You can play
Yes.
Wordle.
I do that.
I play Scrabble,
Hmm.
online Scrabble
Mhm.
with several different people. You among them.
Yeah, and I keep on winning.
You do keep on winning. I
Yay.
don't know. Are you cheating?
No, I'm not cheating. How about you cheat?
Oh, there's ways to cheat at
Oh,
Scrabble.
are you cheating then?
No.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not cheating.
Okay.
I'm not cheating, Joe. I promise
She says very
you.
convincingly,
I promise you. What would be the point of that?
winning.
Well, I'm not focused. I like the process of it. I like moving the letters around and figuring it out and finding the right place to make the maximum number of points
Hmm.
and I'm getting really good at it.
You are getting good at it.
Too good.
I showed you too many tricks,
Yeah, you did. I learned quickly.
playing multiple words at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But just even reading for 5 minutes. Read something, not necessarily the news.
Well, that's why I do that. My little morning ritual,
Mhm.
includes reading that Stoic stuff, which is great. Philosophy
Sure.
type of stuff, and
Sure.
just thinking. And of course, I write a little bit, but
All right.
I feel pretty good about my routines here. I think I could definitely make some changes based on this.
I've got other things.
There's more?
There's more.
Well, Joe, you've been
It's like
holding
an
back.
infomercial, and there's more.
You've been holding back on
No, I
me.
haven't. You've been
Let's-
just not letting me talk. Connect with someone. So send a text, call somebody. I have a good friend since college. We talk many mornings.
That's nice. Yeah.
Talk with a partner, walk with a neighbor.
Yep.
You do that.
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, okay. So here is the rundown. Are you done? Do you have more?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, if you're going to interrupt me, then you finish up.
No, I will interrupt you.
No, no, I don't want you to, because I'm going to try to give like a quick list for like people can add the morning protocol.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you sure? Okay. Here
Pretty
I
sure.
go. All right. 4-step morning protocol. 1, hydrate before you caffeinate. Okay.
Okay.
Right? Which is 8 to 16 ounces of room temperature water.
That's too much.
Add a squeeze of lemon for vitamin C or a pinch of salt to replenish overnight mineral loss. Huh.
Okay.
Okay. 2, gentle movement,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you want to lubricate those stiff joints and improve circulation. Try 5 minutes of seated breathing or light stretching on the side of your bed. You can also try simple exercises, shoulder
You're gonna
rolls.
look like an old person if you're sitting on the edge of your
rotations.
bed
I know.
for 5
I don't think I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my bed, but the idea is some gentle movement. 3, high protein breakfasts.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to look for about 25 to 30 grams of protein. There's lots of ways you can do that, which we talked about. Morning sunshine, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we know why it's important. So, and ways to do that, right? Even just opening your blinds is a good thing.
Sure.
So, I think these are all really simple things to do.
You forgot training your brain.
Well, I know these are your additions. I don't have that on mine. Yes, train your brain. Train your brain, Joe.
Yes.
Do the podcast every morning.
Sure.
I think these are really easy things. They have big implications. And yeah, let's do it.
And what I came up with was you don't have to overhaul the entire morning. Just
No.
do 1 or 2 small things.
Yeah, just add a few things here and there.
Sure.
And hopefully these are just little thought provokers. So you can, oh, I can do that,
I think that people should listen to the 60 Plus podcast in the morning
Oh,
while they're out on their walk
What
or
a
doing their gentle movement.
great idea.
Isn't that a great idea?
It really is.
And it's kind of like connecting with somebody if,
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We love to connect with our
All right.
listeners.
All right, that's it for this week's episode of the 60 Plus podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Janet. Bye.